Let us pray. In the names of all that we hold as holy and sacred, we offer our prayers of gratitude and ask for blessings. We pray for the institutions of education in this country. We give thanks for these graduates who have accomplished so much and worked so hard to make this day, this dream, a reality. We thank you for their families. We thank you for the faculty and staff and administration. And now we ask for your blessings on this special moment as we celebrate the class of 2024. Amen. Please be seated. I would like now to share our land acknowledgement. We are gathered on the land of the Serrano and Quechua peoples. We acknowledge the important contributions of those communities, their elders, both past and present, as well as future generations. The University of Redlands is committed to continuing to learn about the land that we inhabit, the people who have been displaced from this land, and building community with its original caretakers. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Krista Newkirk, and I am the 12th president of the University of Redlands. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and staff, I welcome you to the 2024 commencement of the School of Education. Let me extend my appreciation and welcome to the members of our Board of Trustees who have joined us. Trustees, would you please stand? Please also join me in welcoming and thanking our wonderful faculty who are with us today. Faculty, would you please stand? And then we want to take a moment to welcome all active duty and military veterans joining us today. We invite you to stand, and we want to thank you so much for your service. I am also honored to welcome our esteemed commencement speaker, scholar, historian, activist, and journalist, Abdur Rahman Muhammad, who will not only give our commencement address, but he will also receive an honorary doctorate in humane letters. Mr. Muhammad, it is our pleasure to welcome you back to campus. Families, parents, loved ones of our graduates, your steadfast support, sacrifices, and boundless love have been crucial to the journey of each graduate here today. Your belief in your students' potential has fueled their determination, and your presence is a testament to the importance of faculty, of family, and community. We deeply appreciate your contributions to their success. Graduates, would you join me in thanking your friends and family for being here? Students, today symbolizes one of the most important days in your life and in the life of this university. Delivering a message to you that is meaningful and, dare I hope, even a bit memorable is a daunting task. Standing up here and looking at all of you, it feels like I'm standing next to a rocket ship on the launch pad. The engines are lit, the whole structure is shaking with energy and excitement as you count down to receive your diploma, and then we release the supports and your engines fully ignite and you are propelled into the future, perhaps going where no one has gone before. This year, we launched a new marketing campaign called Relentlessly Redlands. Why bring that up now when clearly the time for marketing is over, right? Because we settled on the word relentless. I should say we chose the word relentless after much debate. And because you, our students, told us how much that word resonated with you, that it captured your journey, as many of you chose your college at a time when the world was disrupted and no one knew what college would look like, then started your University of Redlands experience online during the pandemic. Class of 2024, you are relentless, you are strong, you are hardworking, brave, and determined. You are the Redlands class of 2024. Give it up for yourselves. And what a class you are. Allow me to tell you a few things about yourselves. 69% of you are first-generation college students. Congratulations, I know how tough that is. Your diversity of race, background, and gender is one of your trademarks, and 55 of you are completing a second U of R degree. Don't you think that's impressive? But despite your differences in backgrounds and experiences, you have one very important thing in common. That, along with all the fun and joy and triumphs of the past years here, at the very same time, you've had to call upon your strength. The best college experiences try us and test us and challenge us. And in the process, we are strengthened and refined. We emerge with new knowledge and experiences that will sustain us throughout our entire lives. We become an even better version of ourselves. Perhaps my favorite example of this kind of strength is also one that is well known. When Nelson Mandela was unjustly imprisoned for 18 years on Robben Island in South Africa, inside his small cell, he kept a poem with him to remind him of his own name, meaning who he was and what he stood for when times were bleakest. The poem is called Invictus. Decades later, when Mandela became president of South Africa, he referenced it often. Allow me to share it with you. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Invictus can stand as a beacon for all of us. As I think about you and the incredible journey you have been on and the one you are about to embark upon, remember, class of 2024, that you are the master of your fate and you are the captain of your soul. May you go into the world with the ability to see clearly, decide wisely, and act justly. Class of 2024, you are Bulldogs for life. Are you ready? Your mission is a go, and it's time for your countdown. We're getting ready to blast off. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Jim Ashby, Chair of the University's Board of Trustees, who will deliver a message on behalf of our board.
Well, good evening. Thank you, President Newkirk. It is my honor and privilege to be here to celebrate our graduates from the School of Education at the University of Redlands. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, let me extend my heartiest congratulations to you on your hard work and dedication that brought you to this day. As President Newkirk mentioned, I'm an alum, and 42 years ago I sat in a seat not unlike the one you're sitting in and had to hear some board chair drone on about something I cannot remember, and I assume I'll get relegated to that as well in your memories, so let me try to be brief. But I know I was excited, and maybe a little bit nervous because I knew the real work had to begin. I was going to go out there and make an impact on the world. And so I'm thinking you might feel that way as well. Anybody feel that way? Okay, we got one honest guy here. The rest of you, okay, thumbs up over there. Great. So let me tell you a secret of what I've learned in the past 40 years. I really don't feel that old, so that's just the way it goes. And I don't think I will feel any older. First, your degree will matter. The choice to come to Redlands and earn a degree here will have a seminal effect on your life as you enter the work stream or go back to the work stream. There's a gentleman who is maybe the ultimate bulldog. You may have heard of him. His name is Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of England during World War II. And he was given the title, or at least the designation and the nickname Bulldog, because he was ferocious. He was relentless. He never, ever gave up. And so I want to give you a quote from that. He says, unsaid, "To each person there comes a special moment when we are tapped on the shoulder and offered a chance to do a very special thing, unique to us and fitted to our talents." I promise you that moment will come for you. And when it does, I encourage you to seize it. Do not be afraid. You've been prepared. There's an opportunity for you that each and every one of you is uniquely created for, where you can make a difference in this world, and I'm counting on it. And I believe firmly that your education at the University of Redlands is one of the things you will hearken back to that prepared you for this moment. So, as President Newkirk alluded to, you're shortly going to be a Bulldog alum. Now you're a Bulldog, right? So Bulldog once, always a Bulldog. And so it's a marvelous family. We're honored to have you as part of our long-term, lifetime friends. And so I offer you congratulations, class of 2024. And now I'd like to introduce your Dean of the School of Education, Nicole Howard.
All right, greetings and welcome, School of Education graduates, families, and friends. I am pleased to welcome you all to this year's commencement ceremony, and it is a special commencement ceremony. This year's commencement is special because we are celebrating the School of Education's 100th anniversary. Since 1924, the School of Education has upheld a commitment to develop and mentor influential K-12 educators, higher education leaders, and counselors who are driven to make a difference. And here you are today. And it is wonderful to come together to honor your achievements. Your dedication and fortitude as you persevered cannot be expressed fully. What an amazing accomplishment that we are all here to acknowledge and celebrate. We have enjoyed partnering with you, and we look forward to hearing about the change you will be and the change you will bring into the communities you will work with in the future. And now it is my pleasure to introduce your class speaker, graduate student, Mercedes Delgado. The daughter of immigrants and a first-generation student, Mercedes passionately fights for social justice and advocacy within her community. Born and raised in San Bernardino, she has heightened awareness of the diverse voices and systemic barriers within her community, fostering her passion for creating inclusive and safe spaces. During her undergraduate years at U of R, she became a workshop facilitator in San Bernardino's Juvenile Hall, which inspired her to pursue a clinical mental health counseling degree, emphasizing social justice and advocacy. She aspires to promote healing and equity in her work, and upon graduation, she will embark on her journey as a mental health therapist. Welcome, Mercedes.
Hi. Esteemed faculty, proud family, friends, and most importantly, dedicated graduates. Special shout out Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Today, we stand at the end of a long yet fulfilling journey. Each step of this experience, from our first day filled with anxiety and excitement to this present moment of achievement, is evidenced by our passion, resilience, and firm belief in the power of social justice and advocacy. Reflecting on this journey, each of us has a unique story that landed us here today. The transformative power of my experience as a minority and first-generation student from a low-income community has allowed me to break down generational barriers and rewrite a story of hope. Being first-gen automatically placed me in the position of being a trailblazer. I can recall late nights, early mornings, studying, juggling multiple jobs, and carrying the dreams of generations, which led to moments of self-discovery and enabled me to grow beyond my comfort zone. Imagine a young student therapist stepping into a world where trauma, grief, loss, and injustice come to life through the stories told by clients. This has been my journey working with the forensic population, advocating for change and motivated to nurture traces of hope and restoration in the lives of those often unaccounted for by society. My greatest takeaway has been the enriching opportunity to work as a mental health therapist for the forensic population. Those who are incarcerated and/or past offenders, clients who are underserved and underrepresented through the specific lens of social justice and advocacy. Pursuing the educational journey of clinical mental health counseling has only proven to me that I was born to become a therapist. This journey has instilled in us a deep sense of compassion and integrity to be the voice for those whose voices are often unheard, to challenge systemic injustice, and to advocate for our clients and communities. In this program, we have learned that every individual carries a story shaped by traumas and experiences. This knowledge has allowed us to become active listeners, helpers, or healers, as Dr. Reynolds would say, and advocate for those who are often silenced by systemic injustice and stigma. We have learned that therapy is about utilizing a systemic lens and accounting for the importance of macro-level work. It's about recognizing how identities and experiences intersect and shape a person's worldview and sense of self. Mental health care and social justice must exist together, not apart. As a first-generation student of a family who immigrated to the United States from El Salvador, I am proud to know that the university accounts for systemic barriers, oppression, inequities, and discrimination. This is what my grandma would call the American dream. As we enter this new chapter of our lives, we carry a duty to be culturally competent, compassionate advocates, and beacons of hope. We have the fulfilling privilege to create safe spaces where every individual feels seen, listened to, and cared for. Although this journey is coming to an end, we have a lifetime of learning and growth ahead of us. So, class of 2024, let us commit to using our passion to advocate for a world where mental health care is an accessible human right. Congratulations, and remember, we have the power to transform lives. Thank you to my parents and partner, Christian. I love you guys so much, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. Thank you.
slightest word. Something's bound to linger, be heard. No one acts alone. Careful, no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, mothers, people make mistakes, holding to their own, thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Fight for their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right, giants can be good. You decide what's right, you decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side, our side, someone else is not. While we're seeing our side, maybe we forgot they are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now. Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
Good evening. I am Adrienne McCormick, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at the University of Redlands. I am honored to recognize the following 2023-2024 Outstanding Faculty Award recipient in the School of Education. Being recognized with the Global Impact Award, Assistant Professor in the Department of Counseling and Human Services, Young Ai. I am also honored to recognize the following Adjunct Faculty Excellence in Teaching Award recipient in the School of Education, Leslie Davidson Boyd in the Department of Counseling and Human Services. Please join me in recognizing the accomplishments of both of these outstanding faculty members.
This year, the School of Education is pleased to welcome Abdur Rahman Muhammad as the recipient of the Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters. Mr. Muhammad, would you please join us? Abdur Rahman Muhammad is an independent scholar based in Washington, D.C. He is a historian, journalist, writer, and activist, and widely regarded as one of the leading authorities on the life and legacy of the civil rights era Black leader Malcolm X. His scholarly work and contributions have received widespread recognition, most notably in the Netflix documentary, Who Killed Malcolm X?, which directly supported the reinvestigation of the Malcolm X assassination and the exoneration of 2 innocent men who were wrongly imprisoned for many years. At this time, it is my privilege, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of Redlands, to present you, Abdur Rahman Muhammad, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters as evidenced by the presentation of your doctoral hood, and by the presentation of your diploma of the University of Redlands, signed by the Chair of the Board of Trustees and embossed with the seal of the university, recognizing your outstanding accomplishments. This is the fun part. By the authority vested in me by the State of California and the University of Redlands Board of Trustees, I present to you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad.
Wow. Hard work really does pay off, doesn't it? Firstly, I would like to thank President Newkirk, the Board of Trustees, and the entire committee who extended to me this great honor of delivering the 2024 commencement address to the graduating class of the School of Education. You cannot imagine the surprise and exhilaration I felt to learn that I had been selected to play such an auspicious role on this joyous occasion, marking the achievements of this incredible group of graduates. And if that were not enough, and that would have been enough, quite frankly, but then to learn further that I would be honored to receive the degree of Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters, I was completely overwhelmed, and I owe this university a great debt of gratitude for that esteemed honor. Thank you, President Newkirk, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty and staff. I am completely overwhelmed. But ladies and gentlemen, let me share this with you. The directives to me today were clear and explicit. No more than 10 minutes. And I intend to abide by that. Folks, I don't know, I was here a couple of years ago, and you know, they almost had to get the cane, you know, the big old cane where they have to yank you off. My 10-minute speech, I mean, my introduction is 25 minutes. But anyway, I'm going to share a few thoughts with you because this is an important day. To the 2024 University of Redlands graduating class, the School of Education, this is your day. This is a very important milestone in your lives. So I'd like to ask you to take the time to savor it. Take the time to cherish it. Just take a moment. Look at the sun, look at the crowd, look at the beautiful weather we have, and soak it all in, man. Because it's a tremendous achievement, and all of your hard work has paid off. All of the sacrifices, all of the late nights. This is your moment. This is your hour. And don't let it be a fleeting moment. Relish it. When you walk across this stage and you receive your degree and you go to your seat, look to your right, look to your left, then take your degree and do this. You've earned it. You've worked so hard. You have so much to be proud of. But not only you, as President Newkirk said, this is a day of celebration for our parents and loved ones who themselves sacrificed so much on your journey to academic achievement and the launching of a great career in these educational fields. For surety, ladies and gentlemen, you do not know all of the sacrifices and the price that was paid by your parents and your loved ones. They're never going to tell you everything. But now that I'm an older man and I've got this gray in my beard, see, I used to be handsome just like that brother right there with that pretty black beard, you know. Now I'm an older fella. And when you get old, you don't tell your children everything that you've done for them, because that's what you're supposed to do as a parent. But just understand that they made sacrifices for you that you will never know of. So always remember them, remember their love and support of you on this journey. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like again to give an applause to the family and loved ones of these graduates who have paid such a tremendous price. Thank you so much. This is your day of celebration as well. Now, as the name suggests, this commencement ceremony is the beginning of a new phase in your lives. It is indeed the closing of one chapter and the start of a new and exciting one. The lessons you've learned here at the University of Redlands, not only in terms of the fine academic training you've received, but also those simple life lessons, the lessons that will sustain you in all of your future endeavors. Upon receiving this degree, you have demonstrated that no hurdle will stand in your way, nor will you allow any challenge to go unmet. And for surety, we know for sure, during your years here at the University of Redlands, you experienced challenges and hurdles. All of us in college do. And sometimes they can be quite serious. Could be financial hurdles, financial aid. Am I going to be able to register this semester? Are my classes going to get dropped? Right? Is my loan going to come through? These are hurdles, emotional hurdles. Life doesn't stop just because we're in school, as you know. Family members and friends pass away. You know, we have breakups, right? We go through heartache and break up with our boyfriend or our girlfriend or whatever. Is that you? Oh, okay, no, I saw you, okay. Oh, married, okay, she's married. She's married, ladies, she's married. It's not her. All right. But guess what? That paper doesn't care anything about your heartache. That midterm is coming, whether your heart is breaking or not. So you've got to overcome that hurdle. And some of us have had some very serious health hurdles and health challenges. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know that you have met these hurdles and you have overcome and you have accomplished your goal. You have accomplished so much. Whatever hurdle you had to challenge or had to overcome, whatever the case, we salute you, class of 2024. Class of 2024, we say there's so much more for you in store. Let me tell you something that I know for sure. There is something different about the men and women who enter the kinds of fields that you have chosen. These fields in education and counseling, there just is something different about you guys. You are a different breed. And I know this because all of my siblings work in these fields. A couple of them have attained very high posts in academia and government. So I know the type of people who go into the educational counseling fields. They are true believers. They are, in some sense, answering a call. They're the real change agents in society. They really are. And it doesn't get any more fundamental than that. The imparting of knowledge where there was none or very little. What could be a greater change agent than that? So these are the types of people that I'm standing before. And we understand you have to have a special kind of heart and a special kind of soul to go into these types of fields. You have to care about people. You don't go into these fields to get rich. No, I'm not. You just don't, right? That's not to say some of you all, many of you all will not have lucrative careers in these fields, but that's not why you go into it. That's my point. You go into it because you want to bring about good in the world. You want to affect a change. You want to make an impact. So I know about you. You're in my family. They know that education is the great equalizer. This class of 2024 comes of age during one of the most tumultuous periods in our recent history. The national and ongoing introspection on race that began in the wake of the George Floyd murder sparked a social movement and clarion demand for social justice. This call, despite some excesses, we know there's been some excesses, and the call of social justice has been reduced to a cliche, but it's not a cliche. It's a reality, right? It's still and will always be a noble and necessary objective for which we should all strive. The University of Redlands responded to that call by, among other things, inviting me to be the 2022 Diversity in Action Resident Scholar. But I would submit right now to you, ladies and gentlemen, education and social justice go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. And coming to my conclusion, because I can hear my my friend Christopher Jones, my Howard alum. He's sending me the text message right now. Let's wrap it up. Okay, let's wrap it up. Get to the conclusion. Education is the essential requirement of a functioning democracy. And when it is absent, the entire system of representative government collapses into ruin. Thomas Jefferson said, an educated citizenry is a vital requisite for our survival as a free people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in an increasingly complicated world with seemingly intractable problems. Evidence of that can be seen. Just turn on your device and you can see some of our unrest on the college campuses throughout the Northeast. But I have faith, as Jefferson had faith, in the educated republic to make this nation, or to make this nation strong and vital, and to solve these seemingly intractable problems. But one thing that we know for sure, they will not be solved. They will not be resolved with an ignorant public, with a public that lacks any engagement with their government and with this very great system that's been bequeathed to us. This is a responsibility that falls on your shoulders to educate the next generation and to inculcate in them a love for this country, a love for knowledge, a love for light, a love for enlightenment, and a love for their fellow human being. As I sit down, let me just say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. The University of Redlands will always be your alma mater. It will always be home for you. When you march out into the world and you make your impact on the world, you are a reflection of this institution. You and her will always be joined together. When she calls upon you, answer. Never get too far from her. When she needs your support, give generously and always come back home. Come back home to the University of Redlands, because when you do well, she does well. When you attain success and acclaim in the world, it redounds to her reputation and dignity and status in the world. So don't ever forget that, ladies and gentlemen. Love your alma mater. Support her. Give back, come back, because when you shine, she shines. When you shine, your parents shine. When you shine, the entire community shines. And dare I say, when you shine, the entire nation shines. Class of 2024, congratulations to you. The School of Education, go out into the world and shine, shine, shine.
Well, it is now that time. We will now recognize the class of 2024 credential candidates. Please stand and remain standing as I call your credential program. Credential and Preliminary Administrative Services. Credential and Preliminary Teaching Education Specialist. Credential and Preliminary Teaching Multiple Subject. Remain standing, please, when I call your credential. Credential in Preliminary Teaching Single Subject. Credential in Pupil Personnel Services School Counseling. President Newkirk, the students whose names are printed in the program have satisfactorily completed all the credential requirements or soon will do so and are recommended by the faculty for their credential.
Let me congratulate all of you on your accomplishment in completing these credentials. Will the recipients now come forward so that we may acknowledge your achievements individually?
California Teaching Credential Preliminary Multiple Subject. Scott Bentley.
California Service Credential, Administrative Service. Priscilla Alberta Grijalva.
Jose Patino.
Gracie Moroccan. California Teaching Credential, Preliminary Single Subject.
Bailey Cabrera.
James Spee.
Education Specialist Tracy Green.
Will the candidates for the degree Masters of Arts, Clinical Mental Health Counseling please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Counseling and Psychotherapy please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Education, Higher Education please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Education, Learning and Teaching please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Education, School Counseling please stand? President Newkirk, the candidates whose names are printed in the program have satisfactorily completed all requirements for graduation or soon will do so and are recommended by the faculty for their master's degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Redlands and the laws of the state of California, I confer upon you the respective master's degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Please be seated, and then will the candidates, one row at a time, come forward so that we may acknowledge your achievements individually.
Nicolette Alyssa Alvarado.
Corina Romero Luna.
Sabrina Norlin Ramos.
Amanda Marie Nobles.
Ibram Navsker.
Samantha Lynn Harden.
Alyssa K. Smith.
Riley Lorraine Hammond.
Jessica Orellana.
Han Bo.
Shi O Fu.
Ying Lei.
Ping Ping Su.
Zuxiang Xin.
Ji Ao Wang.
Xing Lin.
Tianyi Wang.
Shun Zhang.
Ming Zhang.
Jimong Zhang.
Rui Jing Shu.
Mercedes Delgado.
Fang Yin.
Anthony Delgadillo.
Jonathan Efrain Pacheco.
Alejandra Horta.
Sarah Nicole Karamat.
Maritza Ramirez Molina.
Mark Garcia.
Amilcar Cabral. Hey.
Keilani Marie Torres.
Francisco Palma.
Marcial Jaime Clas Zaroff Hernandez.
Danielle Aaron Barrios.
Rebecca Grace DeVoe.
Montserrat Corral.
Kennedy Alexis Davis.
Isaac Jonathan Arzate.
Melanie Ann Davis.
Brianna Rose Rivas.
Caitlin Elizabeth Shepard.
Jacob Ryan Baroque.
Eddie Daniel Chang.
Blake P. Coker.
Patrick Quintero Fuentes.
Miguel Marcias Ponce.
Paul Moses Vega.
Jonathan Beesser.
Luis Fernando Mancilla.
Kendall Sky Reyes.
Teresa Espinosa.
Abril Garcia Plasencia.
Vivian Grace Gutierrez.
Andrea Jimenez.
Brittany Lynn Isles.
Sharon Keva Mason. Congratulations. Kavia.
Jennifer
Kavya.
M. Lee.
Maribel Chavez.
Analia Ponce Rueda.
Amber Karina Estrada Madrigal.
Veronica Leiva Ventura.
Geore Ames.
Gabriel Ramos Hernandez.
Jenna Diane Snowball Jones.
Angela De Leon Rodriguez.
Ronica Marie Almanza.
Selena Ashley Landon.
Guillermina Cesares.
Ciara Aleida Cano.
Maria del Carmen Rivera Medina.
Paola Lisbeth Vega.
Leah Christine Gallegos.
Martín Corral Jr.
Nayeli Monserrat Garcia.
Shelby T. Elam.
Melissa Martinez.
Cristina Becerra Luna.
Tanya Marie Fisher.
Denisa Wilson Childs.
Caitlin Colette Hardy.
Ariana Suzanne Werblack.
Diana Martinez.
Roxana Velasco.
Selena Charlene Zargento.
David Anthony Stewart.
Stephanie R. Castorena.
Consuelo Almanza.
Kimberly Moreno Huerta.
Nayali Salazar.
Alicia Ferguson.
Jennifer Solis.
Alexis Judith Felix.
Kelsey Reiser.
Congratulations to you.
Natasha C. Gordon.
Cynthia Angelica Ibanez.
Jacqueline Tapia.
Leslie Thaise Cernaque Falcón.
David Sosa.
Daniel Efraín Quiñones.
Aiden Graham Thornhill.
Angélica Carvajal.
Elise Stamenkovich.
Myra Tejeda.
Liliana Cortland.
Nia Bowens.
Taylor Rosemary Cassell.
Fanzana Nichelle Marie Chapman.
Samantha Marie Rodriguez.
Monica Ann Baeza.
Emily Perez Ortiz.
Alicia Christine Reyes.
Heaven Gloria Rivera.
Melanie Melissa Lewin.
Jasmine Guerrero.
Dejane Dominique Matthews.
Caravan Obisadas.
Emerson Lee Larkin.
Ruby Rodriguez.
Theodore Raymond Gonzalez.
Mackenzie Shane Parveen.
Matthew Glover.
Alejandro Montenegro Herrera.
Noah Nathaniel Morris.
Raymond Morris.
Miranda Leonor Pacheco.
Cindy Rebecca Lopez.
Brittany Nicole Vardaman.
Priscilla Gomez.
Teresa Celeste Luna.
Jory Jordan Grenage.
Elizabeth Diane Quesada.
Carolina Saucedo.
Jasmine Elise Johnson.
Jaswin Zepeda Valdez.
Caitlin Renee Medeiros.
Fatima G. Minrevas.
Philan A. Burleson.
Erica Eklund.
Larissa Alejandra Duran.
Kaylin Ann Kemp.
Antonio Vasquez.
Jessica Ismenia Bukal.
Monica Ramblas.
Anna C. Green.
Ryan M. Hutchins.
Daniel Lauren Bryce Robertson.
Manuel Ayuchi Vargas.
Katia Emena Dominguez Batista.
Giselle Collado.
Andrea Cruz.
Yuritza Rojas.
Judith Romo Padilla.
Naomi Ahumada.
Maya Rayan Leon Guerrero Curtis.
Alejandra Eufemia Ramos.
Gianna Natalie Redois.
Aaron Noel Gamez.
Melissa Kathleen Labau.
Mariah Danielle Henderson.
Veronica Deneen Young.
Joshua Allen Simpson.
Salvador Ismael Huerta.
Timony Lane Sherry.
Julia Grace Balistreri.
Josh David Figueroa.
Connor J. Wiedemann.
Frank Fuentes III.
Emily Ruth Gregg.
Anissa Mariel Castillo.
Isabel Figueroa Barra.
Sadie Stephanie Molina.
Stephen Tovar Contreras.
Alexia Aguilar.
Vanessa Diaz.
Daisy Camacho.
Rebecca Garcia.
Jasmine Baltazar.
Maria Guadalupe Gomez.
Gabriela Prado.
Hannah Lilia Hernandez.
Enrique Ezequiel Casas.
Stephanie Duarte.
Christy Marie Macias.
Jessica Islas.
Sheila Luna Villagran.
Anna Marie Bustillos.
Jessica Larson.
Lisette Patricia Gavan.
Emma Elisa Trujillo.
Carmen Roland.
Stacy Beatrice Armendaris.
Natalia Lupita Almanza.
Wilbert Busillo Ramos.
Rigoberto Bales.
Jillian Leonarda Washington.
Marian Damo.
Mena Saeed Mustafa Kassim.
Maribel Ramirez.
Citlali Montserrat Pineda Martinez.
Gilbert Sebastian Cumacho.
Blue Alonso Andrade.
Maria Lopez.
Jacob Granado.
Gabriela Guadalupe Curiel.
Carla Alcántara.
Emily A. Davis.
Amanda Elizabeth LaRue.
Dinora A. Quintana.
Julia Nicole Peregrina.
Adrian Golsoon.
José Daniel Guzmán Campos.
Sarah Marie Flowers.
Julie Marie Thorig.
Lauren Elaine Holafield.
Roxana Isabel Lopez.
Jacqueline Covarrubias.
Sofia Ricobelli.
Erin Maria Hudson.
Emily Jo Mayfield.
Shondell D. Moore.
Emily Sada Liam.
Sarah Kenzie McCorkle.
Nathan Lamar Scott.
Monica Lisbeth Rodas.
Tina Marie Vener.
Delfina Avendano.
Genesis Catalina Ford Sanchez.
Courtney Wallum.
Avery Tax.
Brianna M. Lopez.
Stephen Mitchell Nakamura.
That was cute. Jose Manuel Perez.
Anthony Michael Ramirez.
Angelica Navarro.
Rebecca Danielle Ruiz.
Anissa Marie Wales.
Alexis Moya.
Tomas Sandoval.
Martha Leon Ramirez.
Marissa Eileen Martinez.
Jasmine Martinez.
Adriana Monique Lopez.
Marissa Marie Cote.
Shen Patricia Cortasquea.
Erica Diaz.
Hugo Ramsey Munoz Escalera.
Ingrid Paola Rich Creek.
Alyssa Elizabeth Lopez.
Luis Antonio Lopez Hernandez.
Will the candidates for the degree Doctorate in Education, Leadership for Educational Justice, please stand? President Newkirk, the candidates whose names are printed in the program have satisfactorily completed all requirements for graduation, or soon will do so, and are recommended by the faculty for their doctorate degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Redlands and under the laws of the state of California, I confer upon you the respective doctorate degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Will the candidates please come forward so we can acknowledge you individually?
Does the dissertation title come up there too? Yeah.
Anuradha Joab Diekman, Assessing Servingness at a Private Hispanic Serving Institution Through the Lens of Cariño. Dissertation Chair Adriana Alvarado.
Jeremy Gilbert Perez, 21st Century Digital Divide. Dissertation Chair Adriana Alvarado.
Denise Lopez, Échale Ganas, Gathering Aspirational Narratives and Academic Success, Testimonios and Pláticas on the Transition from Secondary School into Higher Education for First-Generation Latino Males. Dissertation Chair Michaela Bjork. Juanita Lizette Watkins, The Face of Resistance and Hope, an autoethnographic study of the lived experience of a diversity and equity officer in public education. Dissertation Chair Michaela Bjork. Bruce Rodding, Assessment in the Era of Neoliberalism, Examining the Value and Institutionalization of Student Learning Outcomes, Assessment at the University of Redlands School of Business and Society. Dissertation Chair Gregory Hamilton. Joanna Catherine Vance, Reimagining Mathematics, Examining the Relationship Between Mathematics, Self-Efficacy, and STEM Achievement in Underrepresented K-12 Students through Participation in Community-Based STEM Programs. Dissertation Chair Nicole Howard.
Kishana Ruth Choice, Mentorship and the Advancement of Black Women in Higher Education. Dissertation Chair Anne Blankenship Knox.
Ian Barrera Sandri, That's where I learned really how sex works. Asian American and Pacific Islander men who are attracted to men, supplementation of sexual and romantic education through media. Dissertation Chair Anne Blankenship Knox.
Patricia Macias Gonzalez. Applying John Kingdon's three streams model theory and Dietmar Brown and Fabrizio Gagliardi's policy diffusion theory to Washington, D.C.'s universal pre-kindergarten policy enactment. Dissertation Chair Anne Blankenship Knox.
Shauna Higgins, feminist in a feminized profession, feminist leadership in libraries and higher education. Dissertation Chair Anne Blankenship Knox.
Annette Renee Hatch. The lived experiences of women with obesity achieving a post-secondary degree. Dissertation Chair Anne Blankenship Knox.
Jesse Juarez, it's more than just teaching, university faculty and their exposure to student trauma. Dissertation Chair Pauline Reynolds.
Let's hear it for the class of 2024. That sounds like your rocket ship taking off, doesn't it? All right. Congratulations to each of you who have earned this distinction, and I welcome you to the Society of Collegiate Scholars and to our prestigious alumni community. Next, I will ask Chaplain Walsh to close with a benediction before our graduating students, Ray Kutcher and Kayla Rush, lead us in the singing of the Alma Mater, which is on the back of your program. Following the Alma Mater, we will have a formal recessional led by the university's trustees and leadership, followed by our faculty, and then by our graduates. Please stand and wait for your row to be excused at the end of the Alma Mater.
We are grateful for your many gifts and for your dedication to the idea of education at a time when our educational institutions are under attack, when stories are being left out of the moment of learning, when books are being banned. We pray the Lord will bless you and keep you. Will the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you, fill you and empower you now and forever. Amen.